What is up you today, guys? This is obviously you already know this is Sticks River bringing you another video. Okay, so before my mic was like facing me this way, I got a new stand, so now my mic faces me directly head on. Right, so we're gonna talk about the Hermetic laws. Right, so the reason why we're going to talk about the Hermetic laws is because the Hermetic laws are very important, right? And I'm going to dive deep into these. I've been studying these from the Kabbalion, and the Kabbalion is basically a book that talks about these things. So if you want to go deeper into these things, my reference is the Kabbalion, right? So here we go. And these Hermetic laws, are actually from ancient Egypt, right? Now, Hermes, you may hear a lot about Hermes, but the truth is that Hermes is actually Thoth. Thoth is let me see if you guys can see this, right? Thoth is this character that I always wear. He's an ancient Egyptian god. His so basically he reincarnated multiple times. I apologize, y'all. My septum be acting up. So he has he has reincarnated multiple times, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we all know that that is Thoth, right? So the first and most important one probably is the principle of mentalism. All is mind. Now, what this means is that this world that we're in is actually a big old mind. It's the mind of the universe, right? And it's almost like understanding how they always tell you, like, all the sports you play, all the things that, like takes talent or creativity, all these things, it all is 90% mental, 10% physical. And the reason why is because the whole world is all like it's a mental place, right? So I'm just gonna write that down right there. And that is what you can even write down too, right? Because I'm gonna type this out so we can have that, right? Everything is mental, right? And don't worry, I'm gonna move this. Everything is mental. Okay, this needs to be a little bit bigger. Everything is mental. Okay. Stick with me, y'all. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? What the hell done happened? Okay. Zoom in so y'all can see. Everything is mental. I'm just trying to make this black, bro. Everything is mental. Most sports always say, most sports or activities always say it's 90% mental, 10% physical. And the reason why is because the mental is what creates the physical. So if you have a mental belief that you are to win, you are going to win because guess what? All this whole thing is a mental thing. It's mental sports, right? Because the only reason why you can work out your hardest is because you push your body with your mental, you push your body farther than what you thought you can go. How many times were you running, right? And when you were running, let me turn the brightness up. And when you were running, you wanted to quit. Like your body was like, bro, this is too much, this is too much. In your mind, you was like, no, keep going. Because this is a mental thing. The whole world is mental. The whole world is mental, right? The all is mind, the universe is mental, right? So when you start to program the mind, when you start to use the mind correctly, you basically have the secret to society, secret to the universe, really, not even society, but the secret to the universe, right? The principle of correspondence, as above, so below, so above, right? As above, so below, as below, so above, right? So you got to understand that there are many planes of consciousness. There are many planes of living. There are many planes that we cannot see, right? We only are able to see a certain spectrum of light, a certain spectrum of energy, right? With our eyes. Just like we can't see air, we can't see energy, but there is a spectrum that energy and air is on that you can see it, right? So, as above, so below, when you realize that there is higher planes, you realize that the higher plane is just as much as the below plane, right? It may operate a little bit differently, but they're very much alike. They correspond with each other, right? Because guess what? You got a lower self and you got a higher self, right? There, it's all about just a simple matter of like like degrees. Like degrees. You know what I'm saying? So when you understand that, okay, as above, so below, you understand that what's here is also up there, and what's up there is also down here. So that's why they say you can have heaven on earth if you understand how to use the mind, right? So as above, so below, as below, so above. And the way I like to think about it is like the sky is blue, right? And under the sky lies us, lies environments, lies organism, lies shelters, lies homes, lies, it has a whole bunch of, species that are living, right? Guess what happens under the ocean? Because the ocean looks exactly like the sky. Mind you, the sky and the ocean correlate too with the high tides and everything, right? When you go under the ocean, you also have plants, you also have beings, you also have, in environments, like, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, as above, so below. The principle of vibration: nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates, right? This is so true. I recently had a meditation I did with the chevron amethyst, and I recommend everybody who wants to open their third eye to go get a chevron amethyst, right? A chevron amethyst, right? Link in the bio, right? Or link in my TikTok bio, Instagram bio, click Crystal Shop, right? So when I was meditating with the chevron amethyst, I actually saw my aura. And when I saw my aura, I saw how my aura wasn't just some standstill color. It was actually a whole bunch of atoms that kept vibrating, kept moving, and they just so happened to be green, right? So that's when I started to really understand the principle of vibration, because my aura was just vibrating. It kept moving, It wouldn't stop. It's like balls just like vibrating. You know what I'm saying? And this just to let you know that, we are able to vibrate high or we are able to vibrate low. But going back to mentalism, right? You can choose where you want to vibrate. You can choose if you want to vibrate high or vibrate low. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, everything vibrates. Everything vibrates. And listen, go deeper into these. Go get the book, The Kabbalion. I also will be breaking that book down on here too. But what I'm doing is I'm introducing you to the Hermetic laws first, and then we're going to go deeper into the Hermetic laws, okay? So this class is basically inviting you and teaching you about what these laws are, right? The principle of polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. All truths are but half truths. All paradoxes must be reconciled. Meaning, when you look at a thermometer, right? That's why I say everything is dual. Everything is different, but in degree, right? When you look at a thermometer, right? When you go to a thermometer, there's hot and cold. There's no such thing as hot starts exactly right here and cold starts exactly right here. No, let me show you something, right? When you have a thermometer, right? Let me go get a picture and show it in here. Thermometer. Let me show you something. Because I'm about to show you something to kind of express this a little bit more. Trying to copy the image. Copy image. Okay, so look. What I'm about to show you right now is, look. Why is this? Okay, so look. Let's just zoom in, right? So there is nothing on this thermometer that lets you know that this is hot or down here is cold or whatever, right? All it is almost like a gradual increase into that. So what I mean by that is, okay, let's say that let's say that this is cold, right? So this is cold. Don't mind my writing. And this is heat, right? I'm just going to write H. This is heat, right? Eventually, right? Because it's just different degrees. It's just different degrees. It's the same thing. It's the same temperature. It's the same, measurement. It's just a different degree, right? So what that means is this is at 30, this is at 50. So heat is at 50, cold is at 30, right? But there is a point in time where they start to bleed into each other, and it starts to get what? Instead of it being hot or cold, it's warm, right? So that means that there is a middle equality degree, and then it starts to go into, okay, now it's getting a little bit chilly. Now it's getting a little bit breezy. Now it's cold. But when you go down this way, it's warm, right? It's warm. It's a neutral Now it's getting a little bit, a little hot. Now it's getting a little, a little more hot, and then now we here at, well, you know what I'm saying. I said cold, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm trying to say, right? So basically what I'm saying is everything is just a matter of degrees, right? There's no such thing as like this is where evil starts. No. Evil doesn't start here. Good starts to bleed into, oh, he's okay. Then it starts to bleed and he's a little off, right? Then it starts to bleed, no, he's fucked up. Do you know what I'm saying? He's fucked up. He's fucked up. So you got to understand everything is into degrees, and that's just my explanation of why can't I? Okay, how do I freaking That's just my explanation of the principle of polarity, right? So what you got to understand is that everything has an opposite, right? So this 90 degrees may be left, but this 90 degrees may be right? So you got to understand that it's just like higher self, about as above so below, you know what I'm saying, as left as right, you know what I'm saying. Understanding that you have a negative side too, you have a positive side. Everything has its pros and cons, you know what I'm saying. Everything has its pros and cons. So you know what I'm saying? So every person has their negative and their positive. And when you're able to understand that every situation is going to come with its negative and positive, you start to allow that to be like, you know what? Okay, I understand. With money comes a negative. With success comes a negative. With love comes a negative. Like everything is going to have its negative because the world is a balanced place. Now, here's the thing. When you start to ascend to a higher level of frequency, especially after Kundalini awakening, duality starts to not really be so much of a problem. Right? Because in those higher realms of frequency, there is no such thing as duality. It's just positivity. You know what I'm saying? So the principle of gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Gender manifests on all planes, right? Do not get gender mixed up with sex, right? Because look at me, right? I carry both genders. Both genders, as you can see, and truly and honestly, right? I feel like that's one reason why I am very high vibe, and I was literally brought here on some like spiritual shit, because I felt like the universe literally manifested itself as me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, as you too, but what I'm trying to say is that the universe made sure to show itself within my creation, because I am androgynous. I show male and female qualities. Like my personality is very feminine, but the way I present myself physically is very masculine. You know what I'm saying? And that's why some people may feel more attracted to me, not because, oh, she's so beautiful, she's so pretty, like I am, you know what I'm saying? But it's because there is an aspect of the universe that you see in me that's beautiful. It's like when you go out to the mountains, like imagine if somebody had the energy of the mountains. You'd be like, yo, bro, your energy is amazing. It's because they have the energy of the mountains. The mountains is beautiful. Well, I have that energy of balance. Mind you, my sign is actually Libra too. So that makes a lot of sense on my incarnation here. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of chords too. Let me show you chords, right? An example: female and male splitters, right? They even have it in chords. Right? I'm about to show you. So look, this is a chord, right? So this is the female, right? As you can see, it takes in, and this is the male, right? As you can see. So as you can see that this is not a sex, like, oh, he's a guy. This chord is a guy. This chord is a girl. No. What I'm trying to show you is that in life is going to manifest, because you got to realize that that's why they say the higher plane is just as the lower plane. The higher plane is going to manifest in this physical plane. The same thing that lies up there, right? It may not be exactly the same, because this is a creation. This is not the source. This whole world is the creation, not the source, right? And you got to understand that this world is the effect. And that's one of the laws, right? And I'm not going to get too deep in that because I want to talk about that later, right? But as you can see, this is not a girl or a boy chord, but you can see that there is female, masculine, and female, feminine, and masculine traits, right? The feminine is the creative energy, the energy that creates, the energy that, takes in and transforms, right? The masculine energy is more so of that energy that I don't know how to really say it, but like, you know what I'm saying? They plant the seed. The female energy takes that seed or that signal, So as you can see, this cord can feed the feminine a signal, and this feminine will take that signal and transmute it into something else, right? So now we go into the principle of rhythm. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides, right? So let me show you another example. Right? Let's say charts investment, right? Let's just say period. Here we go. I'm about to show you. All right. So look, if you look at this, you can easily see that this goes up and it goes down. It goes up, goes down, go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go down, right? Now the reason for that is because even in life, your everything is going to rise and fall and rise and fall and rise and fall, right? Everything rise and fall. But and I'm gonna get deeper into the rise and fall, right? But the thing is, when you understand that, okay, so this is how you can put this into your real life, right? So you got to understand that when you are at a high in life and everything is going good for you, you need to be showing immense gratitude, because you need to understand that it will not stay like that, right? Now, it doesn't mean that it won't come back to that, but you have to fall, because at the end of the day, that's how you learn. How do you learn if you're always doing good? You're going to think that what you're doing is working, so it's no need to learn anything new, right? Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But the only way that you can continue to grow is to fall. That's the only way you can learn. It's through life is about trial and error. Life is about trial and error, right? So that's what rise and fall is. It's the trial and error, right? So you start to do things. You start to be like, well, let's say dating wise, right? Let's say you got 5 different people and you're like, you know what? This kind of person, they're cool, but I don't like their personality. You wouldn't have known that you don't like that kind of personality if you didn't try it or go through that trial process, right? So you say, okay, cool, you're not for me. You try this person, same thing. Try this person, be like, I kind of like that. You dive deeper into that. So now okay, I like this. It's trial and error, right? So you got to understand that everything is going to go up, going to go down. Everything's going to go left. Everything's going to go right. So that's why you got to now implement neutralization, right? It's not smart to allow the universe to, not the universe, but yeah, this principle is not smart to allow this principle to take you left and right, left and right, left and right. Because the thing about it is, when you let this principle take you left and right, all your emotions are controlled by this law. When you can bring in the law of neutralization, and by bringing in this law of neutralization, you allow yourself to be at peace and calm no matter what is happening in life. You allow yourself to feel, the same way if something was going good, or the same way if something was going bad, because you're not allowing yourself to become a victim of life. Because things will go bad, yes. But when things go bad, are you going to be like, I know everything is working out, I know everything is happening? You're not going to be like, oh my God, everything is going bad, everything is da 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 da, because you're just letting your emotions control you. It's like letting your thoughts control you. Your thoughts and your emotions are not even yours. They're just things that people put on your desk. You go through it and you ship them back out. It's something that goes inside of your cup. You drink it and it goes right back out, right? Think about it. Food don't even belong to you, because guess what? You eat it and it goes right back out. So nothing truly belongs to you, right? The principle of cause and effect. Everything has a cause and every effect. Every cause has its effect and every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law. Law is basically the law of the universe. There are different laws there. You know what I'm saying? Everything is law. Law is basically the rule of the universe, right? But there's multiple rules. Chance is but a name for law not recognized, right? Meaning that people will say, oh, that was just lucky, or that was just a coincidence. The only reason why they'll say that is because they do not recognize the law that is in play, right? Meaning cause and effect. Nothing happens on accident. Nothing happens as a coincidence. Nothing happens just for no reason. Everything happened because of something, or everything is the effect of something, right? So what that means is, when you start to see things happen, really think about what could have caused this, or what is the effect of this, right? You know what I'm saying? And even then, I want to talk about, because I was talking about the effect of see, I forgot about that, right? But even then, it's just like, I feel like cause and effect is very simple to understand. Like, okay, you did this, oh, so that caused this to happen and this is the effect. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, everything happens according to law. Remember that. So the cause of you going super high in life, the effect is you're eventually going to drop, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to go even deeper into this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys are taking your notes. Make sure you guys are doing what you got to do. I love you all. This video I am putting on YouTube, right? I am putting on YouTube. I feel like I went really in deep with this, so I want other people to see this. But all other videos, like when I go even deeper, like trust me, they're just for y'all. But this video I'm gonna put on YouTube because I feel I really explained this really well, and I want some people to see this. It might go on YouTube, it might not. Who knows? But you guys definitely get it first. I love you all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all are hitting me up if you have any questions. I love you all again, and I am out.